Assalamu alaikum, everybody. I'm Isha Mahmood from the Office of Advancement, and I warmly welcome you all to our 3-day undergraduate testing workshop. Over these 3 days, you'll get to learn about how to take the SAT exam. There'll be some introductory sessions, then our instructors will dive a little deeper into each section of the SAT exam. After that, we'll have some practice exercises for you as well. And for those of you who plan to take the ACT exam, we'll have a session on that too. And finally, on the third day of the workshop, for those of you who are interested in applying to LUMS, you'll get to talk directly to our alumni, interact with them, and hear from them about their LUMS experience. I'd now like to start with running a presentation on LUMS about the programs that we offer and our admission criteria. After this presentation, we'll have a Q&A session. We also have our colleagues from the admissions office today. So please feel free to ask any questions that you have, and they'd be happy to take it. You'll see a Q&A box at the bottom of your Zoom screen, so you can start posting your questions there. And once we finish the presentation, we'll be taking those questions. Okay, can we please run the presentation now?
Assalamu alaikum, everyone. My name is Isha Mahmood, and I'm excited to welcome you to this session. Today, you'll get to learn more about LUMS, its programs, and how it's making a difference in the lives of so many students. LUMS is a regionally recognized university based in Lahore, the cultural capital city of Pakistan. It was established in 1984 as a not-for-profit organization and is renowned for its high academic standards and successful graduates across the world. The LUM story began in 1984 in a small bungalow. Today, our campus is located in the heart of the city and is spread across 100 acres. We have over 4,500 students enrolled in different programs, and 60% of these reside on campus. Our diverse student body hails from all across the country, bringing students together from different cities, towns, and villages from all over Pakistan creates a mosaic of language and culture that we believe enriches educational experiences for the entire community. LUMS continues to distinguish itself in every aspect. The university has more than 300 highly qualified faculty members, the majority of whom hold PhDs from leading institutions of the world. The LUMS Business School is Pakistan's first and only business school to have gained the AACSP accreditation. This is a highly prestigious certification and puts LUMS amongst the top 5% of the world's business schools. We also have the largest department of economics in the country. In addition, the departments of computer science and electrical engineering at LUMS are the fastest growing departments in Pakistan. We're proud to share that LUMS is home to the most Fulbright scholars in the world, and the university has been ranked amongst the top 300 Asian universities by Times Higher Education World University Rankings 2020, after successfully crossing the 1,000 publications threshold.
A world without borders is a world without boundaries. A world where nothing divides us or holds us back. We are the dreamers ready to break down borders. Because our walls do not bound us. We are for those who have the hunger to learn. We are the science that seeks tomorrow. And the engineers that build it. The visionaries that mold it. We make it our business to go global, elevate the status of education, and change the way this world works. By stepping beyond, we have pioneered education, promoted equality, and nurtured innovation. Our search takes us to the mountains in the north, to the arid deserts in the south, because where you come from does not matter. Merit does. And every penny we make goes back into the university. Because we are for education, not profit. So when you break these boundaries with us, we go beyond. Beyond the map and into the future. Because we thrive without borders. We're diverse without borders. LUMS, learning without borders.
As you just saw, at LUMS, we believe in learning without borders. This philosophy drives every interaction at the university and ensures that a holistic experience is encompassed in what we do. We want our students to develop well-rounded personalities, so we offer them opportunities to be the best they can possibly become because of our focus on inclusion, diversity, and innovative cross-disciplinary curriculum. We also believe that quality education should be accessible to all. That is why the university strives to ensure that financial limitations do not prevent talented students from pursuing a LUM's degree. We offer generous financial support to our students and encourage participation from all parts of the country. As a result, 1 out of 3 students are on some kind of financial assistance and are successfully pursuing their academic goals. Even though LUMS originally started as a business school, we have grown to be a family of 5 schools under one umbrella. The first school at LUMS is the Suleiman Daud School of Business, which offers 2 programs at the undergraduate level and 6 at the graduate level. If you're pursuing a bachelor's degree, you can opt to specialize either in accounting and finance or management science. Our alumnus from the batch of BSc 2008, Junaid Murtaza, is currently the youngest country managing director of L'Oreal Pakistan. Now let's see what Dr. Noor Bhimani, the Dean of the Business School, has to say about the school.
Hello. Students often ask me, which university should I go to and what should I study? Well, the Suleiman Dawood School of Business was the first school at LUMS. It was established around 35 years ago. And you know that it has become now the top business school in Pakistan. You could study here for a BSc in Accounting and Finance, or you can study for a BSc in Management Science. Aside from all the courses that we have, you'll also be able to take up an internship, become engaged in a startup, you'll be exposed to experiential learning, you'll make lots of friends, you'll be able to join basically clubs and student societies. And of course, you could potentially think about becoming a teaching assistant in the 3rd or the 4th year. You could even become involved in a faculty research project. So many things happening at SDSB. But the world is a fast-changing place. There are new forms of data, emerging technologies, arising social issues that you have to become engaged with. So SDSB and LUMS will prepare you for a long-term career where you're able to find solutions to the very many challenges that you'll be faced with. So I look forward to seeing you at the SDSB. Thank you.
The next hub of learning at the university is the Mushtaq Ahmed Gurmani School of Humanities and Social Sciences, which is the largest school at LUMS in terms of student enrollment. The school offers a variety of programs. There are 2 main streams that students can opt for, BSc and BA, and both are honors programs. For the BSc honors program, students have the option of majoring in anthropology, sociology, economics, economics and mathematics, politics and economics, and political science. For the BA honors program, you may opt to major in either history or English. From the batch of BSc 1999, Ms. Hina Rabbani Khar served as the 21st Foreign Minister of Pakistan from 2011 to 2013. Appointed at the age of 33, she was the youngest person and the first woman to have held this position. Similarly, Mr. Luqman Ali Afzal from BSc 2002 is the founder of the Monal Group. He has been awarded the prestigious Pride of Performance Award by the Government of Pakistan for entrepreneurship, becoming the first person ever to be awarded in this category. Now let's listen to a short video message from Dr. Ali Khan about the School of Humanities and Social Sciences.
My name is Ali Khan. I'm the Dean of the Mushtaq Ahmed Gurmani School of Humanities and Social Sciences. We have created an internationally recognized program that teaches humanities and social sciences in a way that is not taught anywhere else in Pakistan. If you are interested in any of these subjects, undoubtedly this is the school that you should be applying to. You will find excellence in research, in teaching, and a very strong student support system. I want to dispel one of the myths that people, students and parents both have about the school, and that is that it does not give you good job prospects. But our liberal arts curriculum ensures that no matter what major you take, you will be equipped with the skills that are in high demand in the marketplace. We stress on our students being able to think critically, to work in teams, to be socially engaged, to have excellent writing, presentation, numerical, and computer skills. And these are skills that you will get from any major, be it anthropology, history, English, political science, or economics. Follow your passion, choose the major of your choice, and be confident that you will graduate with a set of skills that will help you excel in a variety of fields, from the civil service to further education, international organizations such as the United Nations, multinational companies, and even starting your own business. We look forward to having you part of this vibrant and exciting school.
Established in 2010, the third school at LUMS is the Syed Babar Ali School of Science and Engineering. The school, known for research and innovation, offers BS, MS, and PhD programs. At the undergraduate level, you may pursue a BS program in biology, chemistry, computer science, mathematics, physics, economics and mathematics, electrical engineering, or chemical engineering. Mr. Ahmed Halim Khan from BSc batch of 2000 is the founder and CEO of Cheetah.pk. He's a household name and is renowned for transforming Pakistan's nascent e-commerce landscape through building various tech ventures. He started Kemo and Daraz.pk from scratch, and both ventures have grown to be the largest e-commerce marketplace platforms in Pakistan. Let's hear from Dr. Sabi Anwar and find out more about what the School of Science and Engineering has to offer.
My name is Muhammad Sabi Anwar, and I'm the Ahmed Dawood Chair and the Dean of the Syed Babar Ali School of Science and Engineering, that is SSE. The SSE welcomes you to relish from the 7 disciplines that we offer to our students. Therefore, if you are a curious soul who would like to know about nature, who would like to know how algorithms work, how black holes form, how do cancer cells proliferate in the human body, how do we synthesize organic molecules that can arrest or treat or attack disease, and how does disease progress in the society in the first place, SSE is the place to be. Here in our school, you'll be rubbing shoulders with some inspiring colleagues that I've known, some fascinating teachers and together with them, you'll ride the wave of discovery and you'll be able to unleash your hidden potential and your curiosity. SSE is a place to be. Do consider applying to our school. You'll find us open arms.
The fourth school at LUMS is the Sheikh Ahmed Hassan School of Law, which offers a 5-year joint BA LLB honors program. The School of Law at LUMS was the first in Pakistan to introduce the model of a 5-year joint program, and this format has since been widely followed throughout the country. Ms. Shanza Faik, BA LLB 2016, topped the CSS exam last year and has been inducted into the Foreign Services of Pakistan group. Ms. Faik previously won a fully funded Woman of Pakistan scholarship at the University of Warwick to pursue an LLM in International Development Law and Human Rights, as well as the Fulbright Scholarship. Now let's see what Dr. Sadaf Aziz has to say about the School of Law at LUMS.
Assalamu alaikum. I'm Sadaf Aziz. I'm Associate Professor and Head of the Department of the Sheikh Ahmed Hassan School of Law. Around 15 years ago, LUMS pioneered the first joint BA LLB program in the country. The joint degree allows students the opportunity to study with a large undergraduate body for 2 years and then join a much smaller cohort of law students for a further 3 years of training. In the program, you have the opportunity to study with leading researchers and academics in law, as well as with some of the best practitioners in the Pakistani legal profession. We have graduated students who have gone on to advanced study in some of the best institutions around the globe. As legal practitioners, our alumni are distinguishing themselves in diverse fields of practice. They are litigators, in-house counsel, employed with governmental regulatory agencies, and also in the NGO sector. The areas of practice range from corporate commercial to human rights and international law. We hope that you'll opt to apply to the Sheikh Ahmed Hassan School of Law and that we will have the pleasure of getting to know you there.
The Syed Ehsan Ali and Syed Maratib Ali School of Education is the new school at LUMS and offers 2 main programs, the MPhil and Executive MPhil in Education, Leadership and Management. These programs enable students to become leaders of education reform. Undergraduate students can pursue a minor in education by taking courses at this school. Students at LUMS are not bound by any one discipline and are encouraged to define and design their own learning experience. Here, You'll have the freedom to explore subjects from across all 5 schools and have the flexibility to pursue courses that you're passionate and curious about. The university also gives you the option to pursue a minor in a related or unrelated discipline. For example, if you decide to major in BSc Accounting and Finance, you can also choose to minor in history or education. This allows you to develop a well-rounded personality, which will have a lasting impact on your career trajectory. Our faculty is the engine that drives the university to achieve excellence in everything we do and are the real powerhouse behind LUMS. With 80% faculty with PhD from leading foreign universities, they offer practical experience through consultative work with government and industry. It is their commitment to education and research that has helped LUMS in making a name for itself in the region. Nothing makes us prouder than seeing our alumni making a difference wherever they are. We have more than 14,000 Luminites spread across 53 countries, and over 300 of them hold strategic C-level positions in their organizations. Our graduates can be found at senior positions in leading organizations or studying at some of the best universities in the world. Many of our alumni have secured prestigious scholarships like the Rhodes, Fulbright, and Erasmus Mundus scholarships. LUMS has established exchange programs with around 50 international, highly acclaimed universities across the world. Through these exchange programs, you'll have the opportunity to complete a part of your degree abroad. Such an experience will broaden your horizons and contribute to your personal and professional growth. Students are often concerned about career prospects after graduation. That is why the Career Services Office at LUMS has a number of initiatives to help our students secure suitable jobs. They offer services such as helping with resume and cover letter writing, and also host an annual career fair. You'll be happy to know that LUMS has been ranked by QS as top ranked in terms of graduate employability, as LUMS has a 96% employability index after graduation. One factor that contributes towards this achievement could be the fact that we have over 1,400 local and international recruiting partners. It is no wonder that our graduates can be found working in a wide range of industries, including banking, telecom, FMCG, petroleum, and many more. We take pride in maintaining an environment where our members can learn, grow, and thrive. LUMS offers a variety of services to ensure that your experience here is productive and rewarding. From multiple computer labs, a huge library with over 200,000 books, state-of-the-art science labs, a huge sports complex with modern resources and cafes, to a FINA-compliant aquatics center, a trading lab, a moot court at the law school where many local and international mooting competitions take place, Pakistan's first biomechanics lab, and much more than could fit in this picture. LUMS is committed to its students having the most outstanding educational experience during their time at the university. In addition to having a strong focus on studies, our students regularly engage in extracurricular activities too. Life at LUMS is full of excitement, and you will always find something interesting to take part in. Our student body is extremely active, and we have 47 different student societies at the undergraduate level, which held over 200 events last year. Some of these events were attended by more than 10,000 external delegates, including 8 international delegations. LUMS has a clear commitment towards talent by providing accessible education to the people of Pakistan. We understand that our students come from different social and financial backgrounds, which is why we offer scholarships and comprehensive financial assistance to students from financially challenged backgrounds. It makes us proud to say that every third student at LUMS receives some sort of financial assistance that varies from 20% to 130% of tuition fee. Just last year, we disbursed 959 million rupees and over 6.8 billion rupees has been distributed since inception. Financial assistance is provided in multiple ways. We offer 100 merit scholarships to the top students on the merit list. In addition, need-based tuition fee waivers and LUMS interest-free loans are also available. In search of exploring the finest talent of Pakistan and giving them an opportunity to study in a world-class university, LUMS introduced the National Outreach Program in 2001. This is a fully funded scholarship covering all expenses, including admission, registration, tuition, and entry test fees. This program also provides NOP scholars with multiple allowances to ensure they're studying at LUMS without having to worry about various expenses. Till date, more than 1,270 students have been inducted, and over 670 of them have graduated. In addition to making a strong name for themselves in all areas of their professional lives, more than 45 students have earned prestigious international scholarships, such as Fulbright, Erasmus Mundus, and the University of Paris Scholarship to continue their education outside Pakistan. Speaking of the admission criteria at LUMS, the most important factors towards your admission are your academic record, how well you perform in the admission test, and what you write in your application. Make sure you submit the complete application form with all the required supporting documents by the deadline. Now that you have more information about the programs and student life at LUMS, let's discuss testing requirements. Students applying to the business school or the humanities and social sciences school will have to appear for one test. It could either be SAT 1 with essay or ACT with essay, or this year, they may also opt for LCAT, which is the LUMS Common Admission Test. If you'll be applying to the law school, you'll have to take 2 exams. First, you have to take either SAT 1 with essay or ACT with essay or LCAT. The second test will be the law admission essay or LCAT. And secondly, they'll need to take either the LUMS SPA SSC subject test or SAT subject test for 3 out of 4 subjects. Are you ready to apply to LUMS? The online application is now active, so make sure you start your form right away. The deadline to submit your application is 2nd February 2021. To be considered for the first round of admissions, please make sure you take your SAT exam by 5th December 2020. For the second round, make sure you have taken your SAT exam by 13th March 2021. In case you opt for ACT, the first round would end by 6th February, and the second round will come to a close on 6th April. You can expect admission decisions by July 2021. Well, that's all from us today. Remember, we're here to help you. In case of any questions, feel free to write to us at admissions@lums.edu.pk. You can also post your queries on our social media pages, and we'll get back to you as soon as we can. We wish you the best of luck with your application, and we look forward to welcoming you at LUMS.
Okay, so we're now going to take the questions. We already have a lot of questions. I'd just like to quickly introduce our colleagues from the admission office. We have Nosheen and Shomaila from the admissions department and Javeria from the financial aid office. Okay, so Nosheen, before we start taking the questions, can you please walk the students through the minimum eligibility criteria to apply to LUMS?
Assalamu alaikum everyone. I hope you are doing well and keeping yourself safe. As you have seen in the presentation that you need to meet the certain requirements in order to be eligible for the LUMS. Like the first one is academic background. The second one is you have to take the admission test, then submission of the complete application form, and the fourth one, application interview if called. So let me talk about the academic background. For that, the criteria is same. If we compare to the last year, you have to have at least 8 subjects in O levels if you are applying to the O level stream, and have to get the average grade of B. But make sure if you have less than 8 subjects, you need to contact the IBCC department, and you have to get the IBCC equivalent certificate in order to be eligible for LUMS. And secondly, if you are applying through the metric, FSC, ICS, or ICOM stream, you must have successfully secured at least 70% marks. And if you are applying through the A-level stream, you have and you have completed your degree, you should have attained average of 2 Bs and 1 C grade across best full credit A-level subjects. And for the American high school diploma, you have to have at least 70% marks, or if your school is based on grading based system, you have to maintain B or above grades. For the IB degree, you have to secure 28 out of 45 points. This is the minimum eligibility criteria for applying to LUMs, right? So if we talk about the admission test, as you have seen, that for all schools, we required either SAT with essay, LCAT, or the ACT with essay. In addition to that, if you are applying for the law school, you have to take an additional test, that is law admission test, that is administered by the AGC. So in order to register for that test, you have to directly contact with the ATC, and after taking the test, you have to submit your results. And if you are applying for the LUM Science School, you have to take, in addition to the, as I told you, in addition to the SAT with essay, ACT with essay, a law common admission test, you have to take the LUM subject test or the SAT subject test. We are offering, like, we are considering 4 science subject tests that are biology, maths, QC, chemistry, and physics. So you can take any 3 of the subject that I just mentioned here. So this is the criteria. So if you have any question, I would be glad to answer your queries.
Thank you very much, Nausheen. I'll start taking the questions now. So there's a question about LCAT. Can you please let the students know the pattern and the format of the LCAT?
Actually, the LCAT is the same like the ACT with essay. As you know, the component of the ACT is the English, mathematics, and the essay writing. So more or less, the pattern would be same as the ACT with essay.
Okay, thank you, Nausheen. And there's a question. So my intermediate part 1 papers were not conducted. So what is the criteria for law or economic school? And Nausheen, aap agar isko generally answer kar dein ki obviously we all know that because of the situation this year, first year के students के results जो हैं वो नहीं announce हुए थे. So वो लोग किस तरह से apply कर रहे होंगे?
उसपे उनके लिए हमने definitely we have kept that thing in our mind. So the applicants who could not take exams due to the pandemic, they can apply on the basis of their secondary level results. Like if they have completed their matric successfully, so they can apply for the admission, and if they are meeting the other requirements as well. There is a section in the application form, like when they will be submitting the academic section, we have given their undertaking. So they would select that undertaking, and they will be able to submit the application. But I would like to add one thing, like for that they have to send us the documentary evidence, like they must have taken the school's exams. So internal school transcript would be required for that. And if in the absence of the internal school transcripts, they may provide us the bona fide letter from the school. And the same information they have to upload in the application form.
Okay, so Nausheen, there's a question that what would happen if the December SAT exam gets cancelled?
So they may apply for the upcoming test, like we have given them 3 options. They can take ACT with essay, SAT, or LCAT. So once their application will be completed, then their application will be evaluated.
Okay, so जो students December में SAT अगर नहीं ले सकते, we are also accepting the SAT in March, and you'll have the option to take LCAT as well. वो भी March के around ही conduct होगा. You can check the dates from the website. So please अगर आपका December में आप SAT नहीं ले पाते तो March वाला SAT ज़रूर attempt करें. Okay, so the next question is, as a part of our application, will LUMs recognize our honors and awards from both O levels and A levels, or only from the latter? Nausheen, हम awards या honors जो है वो consider करते हैं application form में?
जी बिल्कुल, we do consider the awards in honors, extracurricular certificates, and any additional information they want to provide us. They are more than welcome to provide the complete information of their academic career and out of the class. So it would definitely add value while file review process.
Okay. Can you comment on the SAT syllabus?
SAT syllabus, they need to contact with the college board. All information is written there, so you can have the sample paper from there.
Okay, so for students asking about SAT format and everything, आप लोग college board की website से सारी information ले सकते हैं. And of course, we have this SAT workshop. So आपको इसके through भी बहुत information, pattern, format, marks क्या होते हैं, कितने sections होते हैं, सब information मिल जाएगी. Okay, the next question is, Nausheen, हमने 2 rounds हैं हमारे applications के. So is there a difference between the first round and the second round? Students अगर apply करते हैं second round में, तो वो क्या किसी disadvantage पे हैं?
नहीं, उसमें as such कोई disadvantage नहीं होता है. उसपे just to facilitate applicants, we have given opportunity to applicants to apply for the different tests. Like for the December test, if they take their application gets completed by December, तो वो जो है वो उनकी application जो है वो first round के लिए consider होगी. And if they are unable to take exam and they have planned to take exam in March or February, तो उस April and March, तो फिर उनकी application जो है by that time जो है वो complete होगी. ठीक है? So without having incomplete information, we do not process the applications. So उसमें सिर्फ ये एक I would like to clarify this thing कि उसमें जो है there is no advantage if you apply for the second round. उसमें जो as soon as we receive the complete information from the applicant, we start processing their applications. And rest assured, the admissions are purely on merit. So उसमें as such कोई भी जो है disadvantage नहीं होगा. So for those, so this is my message for those applicants who are unable to take exam in December, would take exam in the next test and apply for admission.
Okay, thank you, Nausheen. So the next question is computer science necessary for bachelor's to apply for the bachelor's program in computer science at LUMS? So क्या students की computer science में background होनी चाहिए?
Not really. Like we have mentioned, given the bunch of the subjects to the applicants that is available on the website. मैं आपको यहाँ पे भी बता देती हूँ. Basic 4 sciences subjects that includes mathematics, biology, chemistry, and physics, and further computer sciences, computing, and further mathematics. So this is the set of the courses that applicants need to have in order to apply for the SSE school. So for if you are planning to apply for the electrical engineering and the chemical engineering program, then definitely we have set certain requirement, and that is given by the PEC. Like they have to have physics, mathematics, and chemistry in the intermediate level qualification. Otherwise, if you are planning to apply for the computer sciences, so there is no such requirement.
Okay, thank you, Nausheen. So Javeria, this question is for you. Please elaborate your scholarships and financial aid options and what are the last dates for applying?
There are merit and need-based scholarships. For merit scholarships, students are not required to apply. Those who are on the top of admission ranking will automatically get the merit scholarship. For need-based scholarship, applicants are required to apply at the time of applying for admission. There's just a consent that they need to give at the time of admission in the admission application that they need to apply for financial aid. Once they will be shortlisted for admission, they will be sent a complete financial aid application, which they'll be required to fill out and submit the supporting documents within the timeline. So at this point in time, they're only required to give their consent in the admission application.
Okay, thank you, Javeria. Nausheen, can you please mention the dates to apply to the SAT exam? And last test जो है वो हम किस date पे accept करें? अगर आप please dates थोड़ी सी दोबारा mention कर दें.
The last test would be held on the 13th of March, 2021. So applicants may take SAT by that time. But if they are interested to apply on the basis of ACT, the deadline is 17th of April, 2021. And tentatively, if they want to take the LUMS common admission test, so we are planning to have it on 21st of March. So this is a tentative date. And if there is any change, then definitely we will let the applicants know.
Okay, thank you. So for those of you who plan to take the SAT exam, please note that जो आपकी date होती है SAT exam की, for example, if it's being conducted on December 5 or March 13 for the March test, आपकी हमेशा registration की deadline जो है वो usually उससे एक month पहले होती है. So please make sure अगर आपने जो भी test लेना है, December वाले की तो obviously date अब गुजर गई है, March के लिए you'll have to register for it sometime in February. So do keep checking the website and register before the deadline. इसी तरह ACT की भी deadlines आप please उनकी website से ज़रूर check कीजिए. Okay, so what is the next question?
So Isha, I want to add something if you give me opportunity. Actually, I want to reiterate that if applicants are planning to apply for the second round, the deadline is same for the first and second round of admissions. That is February 2nd, 2021 till 5 o'clock, they can submit their application online. And for the document submission deadline is 4th of February. They have to upload their documents this year. So in which round you are planning to apply, please submit your application by 2nd February. Thank you.
Thank you, Nausheen. बिल्कुल. So I'd like to stress this again because हमारे students की तरफ से काफ़ी confusion आ रहा है. Although there are 2 rounds of admissions, but online application submission की date जो है वो same ही रहेगी दोनों rounds के लिए, which is 2nd of February, like Nausheen just explained. Okay, Nausheen, will LUMS be accepting the March SAT scores?
Yes, we do accept.
Okay. Okay, Nausheen, can you answer this question? Why is economics and mathematics being offered by 2 different schools? What are some major differences between both the majors?
Actually, the curriculum is different. Like if you are planning to apply for the SSC, there are advanced courses in mathematics. So the more stress would be on the mathematics in SSC, and in economic school, it would be the balanced merge of economics and mathematics subject.
And to just add to that, so basically, those schools के through offer होता है economics and mathematics का major. और आपका जब एडमिशन होता है तो वो एडमिशन एक्चुअली आपके स्कूल में होता है. आपको मेजर उसके आई बिलीव बाय द एंड ऑफ द फर्स्ट ईयर जो है वो ऑप्ट करना होता है. सो आपने एक्चुअली देखना ये है कि आप किस स्कूल में एडमिशन लेना चाहते हैं, किस स्कूल की तरफ आप इंक्लाइंड हैं. अगर आप इकोनॉमिक्स एंड मैथमेटिक्स थ्रू एसएससी लेंगे तो ऑब्वियसली आप की जो कंसंट्रेशन है सब्जेक्ट्स की वो उस स्कूल पे ज्यादा होगी, उस स्कूल के सब्जेक्ट्स पे. एंड इसी तरह अगर आप ह्यूमैनिटीज एंड सोशल साइंसेज के स्कूल में इंटरेस्टेड हैं अप्लाई करने में तो ऑब्वियसली उसके थ्रू अगर आप इकोनॉमिक्स एंड मैथमेटिक्स का मेजर लेते हैं तो आपकी कंसंट्रेशन एचएसएस यानी कि जो ह्यूमैनिटीज एंड सोशल साइंसेज वाला स्कूल है उसके सब्जेक्ट्स पे ज्यादा होती है. Okay, Nausheen, is there any difference between LCAT and SAT?
I have already answered this question. The pattern would be same, and whatever you take as an admission test, so your application will be evaluated accordingly.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah.
Nausheen, what is the score required for to be eligible to apply to LUMS, the SAT score?
Actually, there is no minimum bar on the SAT score, but if you check our website, we have given the admitted student profile there. The complete academic profile is available. So according to their 1330 is the average score of the admitted class last year.
Okay. Is it compulsory to take the LAT test when applying to the law school?
Yes, it is requirement by the AGC. So you have to take this test. There is no exception, and you are required to take this test before the 30th of May 2021.
Okay. Can I get into STSP after FSC medical? हमारा कोई prerequisite है STSP के लिए?
नहीं, उसमें as such नहीं है, but just अगर आप FSC की background से आ रहे हैं, pre-engineering है या जो है medical है, तो उसमें आपको at least जो है वो 70% marks जो है वो secure करने हैं.
Okay. Is the hostel facility available? Nausheen, can you comment on that?
जी definitely hostel facility available होती है. Application form में जो है वो जो है application form में in the biographical section you can choose this option, but obviously it depends on the availability of the space in the hostel.
Okay, thank you. So there are a lot of questions about if we will be preparing you guys for LCAT during this 3-day workshop. So for this workshop, our focus is going to be SAT, and we'll also talk about the ACT exam, but for now, we'll not be covering LCAT. Okay. Nausheen, the next question is, what is the difference between ACT and SAT?
Like ACT and SAT, like they can check this difference on their website, but I tell you the summary of that. SAT, there are some science components, some literature components in the ACT with essay, and if we talk about the SAT, so there are analytical English components, mathematical components, and the essay part. So the ACT with essay is more elaborative. There are other subjects as well that would be tested by the testing agency.
Right. Okay. The next question is, does equivalency play a part for the A-level students, or simply fitting in the minimum grade criteria is enough?
Actually, for the LUMS admissions, you need to meet the minimal eligibility criteria, so have to submit the equivalent certificate by the AGC, IBCC, because it would not carry any value in your application processing, but it is the requirement of AGC for the attestation process. So you need to have obtained the certificate. But the marks that are mentioned on the certificate will not be considered.
College, and for some reason couldn't apply for NOP in first year. Is there any way I could do that before my SATs or LCAT?
For the NOP, I would suggest that I give you email address, so it's better if you send that query at helpdesk.nop@lums.edu.pk. So they would be able to respond you.
Okay. So there's a question, are admissions open? Yes, absolutely, our admissions are open. Please, you're requested to start filling out the application as soon as you can. It's quite a long, comprehensive application. So the sooner you do it, the better it is for you. And the deadline to apply to LUMS is 2nd of February 2021. Is there any new program announced in LUMS? So I believe on the undergraduate level, we haven't announced any new programs, but we do have a few new programs on the graduate level. So you can go to the website and check from there. Okay, Javeria, this is for you. Does LUMS decide scholarship-worthy students on their own end, or do students apply for it?
If this is regarding merit scholarship, then LUMS decide based on the admission evaluation ranking, which is a combination of their past academic record and test score. So the students who are on the top of the ranking, the 100 students on the top ranking, will be given a merit scholarship automatically. They are not required to apply for it.
Okay. Nausheen, are people who take the SSC test automatically in the second round of admissions?
ACT test, as I told you, there are certain deadlines we have set for the admission test. Like if they take by 6th of February, then the application will be evaluated for the first round of admissions. And if you take ACT in April, then...
Nosheen, sorry, this is not about the ACT test, it's about the SSC test.
SSC test, yeah, they will be considered for the second round of admissions.
Okay. Nosheen, can you please repeat the testing criteria for admission in the School of Science and Engineering?
Yeah, actually, we require tests for the admission to the SSC program. Like you are required to take. We have given you 3 options: SAT and ACT with essay, and LUM's common admission test. Right. So these 3 are the option. You must have to take one of the option to be eligible for the admission. And the second, in order to meet the school criteria, you have to take LUM's SPSSC subject test or SAT subject test, which is conducted by the college board. This is basically an international test. So they are offering 4 subjects. Out of that, we require 3 subjects for the SAT subject test. That is biology, maths 2C, chemistry, and physics. And we consider biology M, not biology E. Okay. So applicant opt any of the options that I explained.
Okay. Thank you, Nosheen. Okay, so there's a question: can I submit the 5th December SAT score report after submitting online application form? So Nosheen, can you comment कि students जो obviously क्योंकि हमारी application की deadline 2nd February है, तो जो students ACT या SAT उसके बाद लेंगे वो अपने scores किस तरह से submit करेंगे?
उसमें जो है वो उनको ऑनलाइन अपने स्कोर जो है वो सबमिट करवाने हैं. As soon as they receive the जो है वो scores, वो हमें email कर दें, or if they haven't would not submit application by that time and receives the score, so they would be getting an option to upload through the document checklist option. अगर वो नहीं लेते हैं, अगर आपका जो है एप्लीकेशन आप सबमिट नहीं करते हैं और आपके टेस्ट स्कोर्स आपके पास आ जाते हैं, तो आपने जो है एप्लीकेशन में वो इंफॉर्मेशन ऐड करनी है, आपके जो स्कोर्स आपको मिलेंगे वो, और सेकेंडली जो है वो ही इंफॉर्मेशन आफ्टर जब आप एप्लीकेशन सबमिट करेंगे तो एक ऑनलाइन चेकलिस्ट पॉपुलेट होगी अंडर द डॉक्यूमेंट चेकलिस्ट टैब. सो उसमें आपने भी अपने रिजल्ट्स जो है वो अपलोड करने हैं.
Okay. Nosheen, what does LUMS demand from the students in their personal statement?
Actually, we have given the certain questions in the application form. So the questions are very clear in which major you intended to apply at LUMS. You need to mention your motivation and what inspires you. So basically, you have to answer those questions. That is available in the application form.
Okay. The next question is, where do I get my O-levels and AS and A-levels transcripts and certificates attested from?
Actually, attestation is not required. Just they need to upload the proper and clear scan copies of the certificates.
Okay, there's a question. There are certain myths that the first round students are preferred over second round ones. I think Nosheen just answered this question, but just to reiterate, students are not at a disadvantage for applying to the second round of admissions. इसमें डिफरेंस सिर्फ जो एक है वो ये होगा कि जो फर्स्ट राउंड में स्टूडेंट्स अप्लाई करें उनको प्रॉब्ली ऑफिस थोड़ा सा पहले चली जाएंगी एज कंपेयर टू द स्टूडेंट्स हु अप्लाई टू द सेकंड राउंड ऑफ एडमिशंस. Okay, Nosheen, again there are a lot of questions about LCAT, so can you just repeat कि LCAT का पैटर्न जो है वो क्या होगा?
जी, LCAT का पैटर्न जैसे आपको बताया है कि इट इज लाइक SAT विद essay टेस्ट. सो उसमें जो है जैसे आपके जो है इंग्लिश, मैथमेटिक्स कंपोनेंट्स, एनालिटिकल जो है स्किल्स को टेस्ट करते हैं. सो मोर और लेस वी विल फॉलो द सेम पैटर्न.
Okay. थैंक यू अगेन मिनिमम सैट स्कोर रिक्वायर्ड के बहुत क्वेश्चंस हैं सो हमारा एज सच कोई मिनिमम बेंचमार्क नहीं होता है सैट स्कोर के लिए बट लास्ट ईयर जो हमारा एवरेज स्कोर था दैट वाज अराउंड 1350 there's a question which test humanities students need to take. Nosheen, can you please answer that?
Yeah, they need to take SAT, ACT, and the Law Common Admission test. These are the 3 tests that the Humanities School is offering. So you must take any one of the tests.
बिल्कुल सो
इनमें से आप कोई भी एक ले लें उसमें से ये 3 हमने आपको ऑप्शंस दी हैं सो आप समझते हैं कि जो जिसकी बेस पे आपने अप्लाई करना आप कर सकते हैं
जी सो स्टूडेंट्स कैन लुक एट इट दिस वे कि आप लोगों ने लम्स में एडमिशन के लिए इन 3 टेस्ट्स में से एक टेस्ट लेना ही है दैट्स अ मस्ट which is you either take SAT, you can take ACT or you can take LCAT और ये obviously SAT with essay है ACT भी with essay है या फिर आप LCAT ले सकते हैं okay please elaborate the second test required for the law school.
ईशा इसमें जो है वो ऑलरेडी इन्फॉर्म कर दिए कि लैट्स जो है वो चाहिए होगा अलोंग विद द एसएटी विद एसए और लॉ कम एडमिशन टेस्ट और द सैट टेस्ट
और बिल्कुल इस ये टेस्ट एक्चुअली एचईसी कंडक्ट करवाता है तो आपको इस टेस्ट की कंप्लीट इंफॉर्मेशन उन्हीं की वेबसाइट से मिलेगी जी नौशीन इज इट नेसेसरी टू हैव केमिस्ट्री एज अ सब्जेक्ट इन ए लेवल फॉर परस्यूइंग बीएस कंप्यूटर साइंस इन अंडरग्रेड
नहीं उसमें एज सच जो है वो नहीं कंपल्सरी नहीं है
okay okay there's a question is there a minimum requirement of scores for LAT
they need to check from the ATC
okay Nosheen, is there a component of essay in LCAT or if yes is that mandatory?
Actually the pattern of the LCAT will be available on the website shortly so
okay
so applicants have detailed information from there
ठीक है so students are requested to please keep checking our website आपकी जो भी अभी information LCAT के regarding आपको चाहिए वो इंशाल्लाह in a few days जो है वो upload हो जाएगी वहाँ पे the next question is Nosheen, can students take both LCAT and SAT?
If they haven't taken any tests, so they have option to opt any one of the tests, either SAT or LCAT or ACT.
But अगर let's say वो दोनों टेस्ट लेते हैं तो उसमें कोई डिसएडवांटेज तो नहीं है
नहीं उसमें जो है बेसिकली एप्लीकेशन फॉर्म में एक ऑप्शन है आप इन तीनों में से एक टेस्ट ले सकते हैं बट इफ यू हैव ऑलरेडी टेकन एनी ऑफ द टेस्ट सो प्लीज डू मेंशन दैट इंफॉर्मेशन इन द एप्लीकेशन फॉर्म
ओके नौशीन हमने LCAT की डेट अनाउंस कर दी है
LCAT की जो अभी तक की जो प्लान डेट है दैट इज 21st March so let's see
okay is SAT compulsory for science school
sorry
is SAT compulsory for science school
I have already questioned I have replied this query many times.
Yes, but I'm receiving, I think, similar queries. So I believe there's some confusion. But yes, of course, like Nosheen has mentioned earlier quite a few times, आपने LUMS में admission के लिए जो 3 टेस्ट की options हैं उनमें से एक लेना ही है, which is SAT with essay, ACT with essay और LCAT. इन तीनों में से एक टेस्ट लेना must है LUMS में admission के लिए. Okay, again about SAT being cancelled in December. आपके पास फिर भी मार्च के SAT की ऑप्शन है और LCAT की ऑप्शन भी है LCAT की डेट जो अभी तक अनाउंस हुई है that is 21st of March. Please keep checking the website. Which SAT for 2021 program is required? Again आप दिसंबर वाला SAT भी हम एक्सेप्ट कर रहे हैं हम मार्च वाला SAT भी एक्सेप्ट कर रहे हैं so आप ये दोनों SAT के टेस्ट ले सकते हैं LUMS में अप्लाई करने के लिए for this year. Nosheen, there's a question. Can I get admission on sports basis?
No, admissions are purely on merit. There is no quota.
अगेन सैट का मेरिट कुछ नहीं है या मिनिमम स्कोर कुछ नहीं है. सैट का जो एवरेज स्कोर लास्ट ईयर था वो 1350 के अराउंड था. Can you please explain what you look for in the personal statement? Again, Nosheen has already answered this question, but we do have we do have some guidelines in the application form. When you start filling out the form, you'll see some guidelines for the personal statement, that what are we exactly looking for. So आप उन guidelines को ज़रूर पढ़िए and then start filling out the personal statement section. Nosheen, there's a question: if we take both December and March SAT, which score will you accept, or how would we manage our best score between them?
Actually, the best score in a single attempt we will be considering. So if they take the test in December, they need to mention it on in their application form.
Okay. Thank you very much to all the students for sending in your questions. Thank you, Nosheen, Javeria, and Shumaila, for taking all these questions and taking out the time to be here. If you still have any more questions, and I believe we were not able to answer, to take all of the questions, but if you still have more queries, please feel free to write to us at admissions@lums.edu.pk. For any more information on our programs, please feel free to visit our website, that is admission.lums.edu.pk. And now we're going to take a quick break, and we'll be back in about 10 minutes, and then we'll start the workshop. Thank you very much. Please stay here.